So do you just have your stuff turned down low?
Yeah, a little bit. We are live. We are live and ready to go, folks. And yeah, we're just adjusting our volume in the background, but we are ready to roll. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are back at it again. We have AEW in my neck of the woods, in my little pocket of the world. So super excited for the first ever show for AEW in Toronto. I hope they bring the heat. They started the show with one Renee Paquette, or Mrs. Moxley, you may know, but we're going to talk about it. We got a couple hours live stream to roll through. We're going to have a lot of fun. Clearly, we got a new face on the screen, so we're going to talk about that too. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're ready to go, folks. And thank you for being here on a Wednesday night. Congratulations. You got hump day in the books. It's done. And we are ready to roll into some wrestling. Tomorrow, Friday, Junior. The weekend is right there. As always, I am Mr. KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the guy that just keeps showing up no matter what happens. And that being said, I am joined. I'm thrilled to be joined by a member of the Tad World Order. Mr. Eric Big Rig, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. We're used to having Big Nick here beside me, and you know what better way to bring in the Big Rig for Big Nick?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, looks like they're starting it off strong. Wow, we're going Jungle Boy Luchasaurus to start it off right on.
Jungle Boy Luchasaurus out of the gate. Of course, we had Christian on screen with Renee, both Canadians.
Who is now living in my neck of the woods. She lives about 25 minutes up the road from me.
There you go. There you go. Good reason to go for a jog.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Right.
If I ever want to go jogging in Mount Adams, might just run into the world champion or his wife.
Right. There you go. Hey, John, I need an interview.
Dude, I wish. That would
right.
That'd be the greatest thing.
Well, we're all working towards here, but yeah, Jungle Boy on the way to the ring, giving Christian a bit of a glare before he takes off. Folks, I will get you to give us our predictions. We'll catch up on the chat in a second. Mr. Big Rig, who do you see winning this one?
I feel like Luchasaurus is taking. I don't think this is over yet. I think Luchasaurus is taking this one, and it culminates at Full Gear.
Yeah,
with Christian. I mean, I guess Jungle Boy could take it, and then he's got to beat the final boss, Christian, at Full Gear. But I don't.
Christian, Jungle Boy not waiting around at all tonight.
No, he's getting after it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'll go Jungle Boy for the kind of the reason you touched on there, where I think he kind of sneaks out a win against Lucha. Sets up that big boss match with Christian at Full Gear.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely see that. And because if he loses to Luchasaurus, then why would Christian ever give him a match in the first place? So
yeah, that's my.
I got that. Yeah,
right,
that makes sense for sure.
What's up?
No, I was just saying. Do you think? Full Gear Luchasaurus realizes the error of his ways, and
I really hope not.
I think heel Luchasaurus is awesome.
It's amazing. It's the best part of Luchasaurus since we've had him, and I've talked many times on the streams about. I know who the character is behind that mask, and I mean, if he really wants to kind of push that heel home, take the mask off, be Matt, and he's got a creepy edge to him, just being himself. Where I really think he could. He can always revisit the mask in the future, but I think going pure heel and just being this big monster that comes out and destroys guys would be outstanding for his career.
Yeah. Because the babyface Luchasaurus was getting a little stale. He's doing the same spots in every match. He's doing the tail whip. He's doing the, back moon, standing moonsault, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Oh, no, escape.
I got a table being pulled out. Now, this is one of the things
I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, usually AEW, I'm a little behind everybody. Don't know why. At least my American colleagues. Right. And when I get WWE, I'm ahead. So,
how do you guys do it? I'm watching on YouTube TV. Do you guys have that up there?
We do have it. I stream AEW. I stream it. That's why it tends to be slightly behind.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Damien, how are you doing tonight? Welcome back to the stream. John Moxley's wife is officially signed. Yep. Yes, and there she is on
pumped
stage.
To see that. Pumped.
Yeah, I mean, big deal. I mean, we've talked a lot about it, we kind of thought she would join sooner than she did, but here she is finally, especially with that 5-year contract. Makes sense.
As soon as that happened, you were kind of like, it wouldn't make a whole lot, even if she wanted to go back to WWE with them having, baby girl and everything like that. Like, it just makes sense to travel together, because then what are you going to do? You're going to get a nanny, or is, you're going to trade off taking the kid with you every week? It just
right.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Absolutely. And it's good. I mean, I'm a fan of Renee. I know some people.
Oh, I love her. Yeah, she's awesome.
I think she's great.
I call her the shining star of Cincinnati because she's always posting on her Instagram and stuff, like just out and about in Cincinnati. And I'm like, I know where that is. It's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, this arena tonight is all but sold out. They're not the big boy down the road. I think the Maple Leafs are actually using it tonight. But they are down the road at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. And they've all but sold out. The last I heard, there was about 20 tickets left, which was yesterday. I have a few friends in attendance tonight. So I know us Canadians love our wrestling. So it's nice to see that the ticket sales went well.
Yeah, we're going to the Cincinnati show next Tuesday.
Nice. I'll be a big
that's 25 minutes away from where we live. So you'll probably actually see us. We're like 5 rows back on that one.
We'll be looking for you.
Yeah,
absolutely. Rocking the DWO.
Awesome. It'll be us 3, the guys that are all on the podcast. And then my daughter will be with us. She's a huge wrestling fan. She's 6 years old, and Thunder Rosa is the greatest women's wrestler to ever, and according to her. And I want to tell you, that woman is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. I met her twice. She's awesome. So I doubt we'll see her because I know she's still recovering and stuff like that. But
yes,
she loves it. So it'll be fun to give her that experience.
See, I got a 7-year-old girl, and I haven't quite got her into the whole wrestling thing. Like, she knows what I do wrestling and talk about it a lot. And every once in a while, she wants to chair shot me with a pillow. But other than that, she not much yet.
Mine will randomly try to make me tap or pin me, like when she's laying on the couch, and she will grab my tree trunk of a leg, and like she's 6, like she's not big, like, and she'll just like grab my leg and be like 1, 2, 3, like count really quick. And, it's so funny.
Her tapping the table. You got me.
She'll grab me like around the neck and just be like tap, tap, and I'll have to, So it's fun. It was weird how she got. I never really even like forced her to watch it with me. I would always watch it like after she went to bed, and then it was like probably 2 years ago. I was watching Royal Rumble, and she had already been to sleep, and the Women's Rumble was on, and she woke up and came out like she had to go to the bathroom or something, and she saw all these women on the screen doing, rest. She's like, "What is this?" And she was, from then on, she wanted to watch it with me, and
that's amazing.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've gone to a lot of indie shows. We go to Warrior Wrestling every once in a while when they're closed. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I got to work on that. But
just watch the Rumble.
That's it. Greg, how you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Boss Monster, this is the place, or this place is lit. Yes, this place is definitely lit. I had to rock out a little bit. It is in Canada. I had a chance to play with all the Maple Leafs, so I'm good with it. Ringen, how are you doing tonight? Boss Monster, how are you, buddy? Who else we got? Oh, there you go, Dale. Renee on TV. Yeah, it's crazy. Yep. So,
it's awesome.
The WWE got Bray, AEW got Renee. We're good to go.
It's fair trade.
Fair trade. Close. Ringing. Must start streaming to Twitch by mistake. Must have started streaming to Twitch by mistake. LOL. Who? What? When? I'm not on Twitch. 1396 or 696. JV, by the way, nice call out to the code there. This was one of the things a lot of people talked about, but we'll get into that in a second, JV, about more Bray Wyatt stuff and the pictures of Vincent and Dutch and a lot of tie-ins. It's getting crazy. The QR code keeps going, but apparently we got some trademarks. But I got Luchasaurus with yeah, you
sorry. Holy crap.
I don't have the table shot yet. They're still fighting. Howdy, Carlos.
Here, I'll back it up for you a minute.
There we go. There we go. There we go. So you were like good 25 seconds, but.
Yeah. Oh, the sunset flip. Oh,
sunset
awesome.
flip power bomb. Luchasaurus goes through the table.
Wow. See, and I love stuff like that when you got the smaller guy that comes in and, you know, obviously he has to do stuff against this bigger guy or it's not believable. And him having to literally sunset flip, get that momentum. I love little details like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of him just coming up and giving him a forearm or, you know, something like that, like do something that works.
Now, I think this is where we're going to find out that Christian's arm doesn't need to be in a sling.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, we get the cane sit up. I like it.
There it is.
Mike, welcome. He's got Lucha. Ringer's got Lucha. Damien's got Lucha. I'm in the minority. Oh, there you go. Boss got oh no, he said smash poor Jungle Boy. So not even a vote there. Lucha for the win. I'm nervous. If Dale's picking Lucha, it could be Lucha for sure.
I don't know. I mean, maybe they got a, you know, cool story angle lined up.
I could 100% see him going the other way, especially now that Christian's at ringside.
Right.
If somehow
toss him or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his back all taped up and everything.
Heather, I'm glad you had a wonderful birthday. Happy belated. Glad it was a good one. Oh, Jungle Boy by DQ, JV says. So I got one person on my side.
Well, that could be a way they go. They don't do a lot of DQs, though.
No, I didn't even think that was a thing.
No.
This isn't WWE.
I'm pretty sure the last DQ they had was Sean Dean beating MJF by DQ.
Yeah, man.
Back in like January or something.
I'm going to take your word for that one on that one. All right.
You can't hear my TV, can you? I'm just making sure. I turned it up a little bit.
No, I can't hear it at the moment. I'll let you know.
Okay.
This rivalry should have ended at All Out. I got Jungle Boy. Carlos picking Jungle Boy. I don't know.
I think it was. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it was supposed to, but Christian actually was shoot hurt. And that's why they did the, you know, him squashing him spot.
Oh, shit. Lucha is beating up on this little guy. Oof. That leg move was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Kick out. We got a two.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Heather. Oh, today's your birthday. Okay, so not belated. I caught you. Well, happy birthday. Thank you for being here on your birthday. There you go. Some love for Heather. Kevin, welcome back to the stream. Triple H wants to bring back everybody, but can Triple H book everybody? Yes.
I mean, that's kind of the argument with both sides, you know, like TK brought in a whole bunch of people and it was like, well, are you going to book them or are you just doing it for the, you know, debut pop?
Right. I think the advantage that Triple H has is the, you know, 5 hours of TV plus NXT makes it a little bit easier.
Ooh, close. That was sick. You're going to see it in about 5 seconds.
Oh, crucifix!
Oh, he's trying to get the kill switch on him. The unprettier. Uh-oh.
How can you hit a kill switch on that guy?
Boys.
I love that your reaction.
Dude,
because then I'm like, wait.
Oh, wow.
Poison Rana.
Here we go. 1.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Wow. Kill switch from the knee.
Yeah.
Does he beat him clean? 2. Good match.
All right. I just paused it a couple times. We should be about the same now.
I like it.
Got him in the snare trap.
I got the snare trap on right now. Luchasaurus is crawling towards the ring. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. We go through this this little game most streams. We're trying to link up with over the border.
Yeah, we'll try to sync up the reactions.
There you go. Some love. Edward, what's up? I love Soraya. Yeah. Good choice. Big fan. She'll always be Paige in my heart for some reason.
I mean, it's going to be hard to think of her as anything but
right.
You know.
Dale's on the YouTube TV like you. Who else we got? Carlos. Yes, because he's trying not to have the same people on every week. He's building depth. So going back to the overbooking, it's about booking properly. Like if you fit the pieces you have, I mean, Toni has got those debut pops, but if you put the people in the right place, then it carries. You have an opportunity.
Wow. Called it. Beat him clean.
Clean as a whistle.
Wow.
So where do we go from here?
I don't know.
Lucha Kane for the win. All right. I was
hitting with that. What is that? Like an inverted Death Valley driver or something?
Yeah.
Wow. Guy with the cornet shirt. Those guys always make me laugh.
Happiest day of his life is look at the cornet sign. That's an amazing cornet sign.
I didn't even see it.
I hope you get to see it when they go back. It's Cornette holding his face. Oh, he's gonna be tickled pink. Man, I always joke that Cornette was kind of how I ended up doing YouTube shows because I just wanted originally when he was shitting all over AEW, I'm like, somebody's got to tell him he's wrong.
Right?
Started listening to him all the time. I'm like, all right, he's not completely wrong. Big Rig. The BS, the cold one.
What up, BS?
I think this one's with you. So you're a bit loud at this point now. Big Rig.
What's up? Sorry.
I think I can hear you a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Guess who? Jericho is God. Uh-oh, we got problems.
That is a long-running feud on our show is me and Brando. He's a big Jericho mark, and I love Kingston, so we go at it quite a bit.
You know what? Not just because you're on the screen and he's in the chat, but I happen to side with you on this one. I've been very vocal about my criticisms of Jericho. Yeah, it's I hope it's not too far gone, but I really thought they had money in the bank with Eddie Kingston and what they could do with him. And not so
I don't
much.
know, man. I guess they're going somewhere with it, but the Grand Slam decision was weird to me. Like, you're going to do a ref angle? Like,
yeah,
I thought that was strange. And like, Jericho, like he has these great feuds with people, and I'm like, okay, and then it ends.
Yep.
And then it goes for 6 more months.
Yep.
And
that's one of the biggest problems. It's a drain. And by the end of most rivalries, and I'd even argue by the end of the MJF one, people were very much like, okay, enough. Somebody get mad at someone else.
That was the thing, is like that feud to me was awesome. That was one of the greatest things all summer. And then he beat him at All Out.
Yeah.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
He had already beaten Jericho 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho is what, 50?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you put over the 26-year-old who's going to be the face of your company one day? It just,
that's the problem. I mean, as of late, I mean, a lot of people have been like, "Oh, this Ring of Honor thing is excellent," and to me, he just leeches on, and it's just there you go. I'm 51.
I mean, I get what the what they're trying to do with him being, you know, a sports entertainer and trying to, you know, ROH is all about wrestling.
Yes.
So he's trying to go over the top, exaggerate. That's what wrestling is. You know, you have these over the top, whatever. I get it. And if it's about them trying to get a TV contract, okay, put it on Jericho, whatever. But I don't need a 6, 7, 8 month reign of Jericho going through Ring of Honor champions like fodder. I don't.
No, not at all. And I mean, it does nobody any good. I mean, we look at the main event tonight and you're like, I'm nervous.
I don't want him to beat Danielson for, you know, I don't want him to have 2 out of 3 on him. That's not okay, man.
It's not even a little bit. And I mean, you see, and I get it. People said the TV deal and notoriety and names, fine. But then he doesn't have to main event Dynamite. You got Jericho main eventing Dynamites, and you have your world champion going on at the top of the first hour. You're like, help me understand this. Who's more important to this company?
I'll say this. Jericho obviously like got himself in shape.
Yes.
Like recently. Like he was looking rough there for a while. And like from what I've heard, he actually is like a locker room leader. He's been doing really well there. And I'm like, that's fantastic. Please translate that to television. Like it's not all about him every time. And like, I understand he's a major name.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, if you want a TV deal, put the ROH title on freaking Bryan Danielson, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
no, absolutely. I completely agree. And I mean, I feel like MJF was good enough to survive it. Eddie Kingston hasn't come out of it yet. Like, they completely milked everything out of Kingston as far as the heat and the energy he was having.
They had it perfect, man. They had it. He beat him at Revolution, tapped him out. It was great. And then,
goodbye.
Oh, we're going to have this barbed wire everywhere match. And
all right, I got
Wardlow.
Wardlow coming to the ring. Huge pop for Wardlow. Here's another guy that, man, Toni, this is easy. This is a slam dunk. Stop over dribbling.
It's my guy.
Yeah, I like it. I see it. Yeah.
That was like 2 All Elite crates ago, I think.
Yeah.
Like he was the signed 8x10.
Nice.
And it was like before he got like super over. So I was really glad, because usually the 8x10 is like QT Marshall or something like that. Like it's not anybody big. So I'm really glad that I have that now that he's like super over. I'm like, hey, look what I got, you know. Got me this one actually just came yesterday. Got me a new Samoa Joe shirt. Pretty legit.
Nice. I gotta get in on that. I haven't done it yet.
It's I think it's worth it. I mean, I pay like up front, like the annual yearly thing, and then it comes like quarterly. And it's 2 shirts, and they're exclusive like to the crate. Like you can't buy them on Pro Wrestling Tees or Shop AEW or anything like that. You always get a micro brawler and a couple other things, but funny thing was this one, the micro brawler we got here was Sammy Guevara, and his came with he's holding a sign, and it came with a marker that you can write on it. And I just wrote "I suck" on it and put it behind
it up. Yeah, there you go. So right now, folks, if you haven't made a prediction on the next match, I know you see what's in the ring. Obviously, we got Joe and Wardlow, which, I mean, if you want an imposing tag team, that'll do it.
I just it's cool, but why are these two singles champions a tag team?
I don't know.
Get it.
I don't know why you put your tag champs in singles matches. You put your singles champs in tag team matches. Can't we just
walk away spot? Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite spots in wrestling. Samoa Joe walk away spot.
No, it's the best. The look on his face is always what sells it, right?
I know. He's just like, this guy.
Yeah, they get a random tag team squash match against the Factory.
Right. And that was the one thing that always kind of bothered me. That, well, I guess not always, recently with the women's division. Why is the women's champion in a freaking trios or a tag match every week? I'm glad she's on TV, but is it just let's try to get as many women as we can on camera at one time so we don't have to book a second match?
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels at times, right? And unfortunately,
man.
I mean, again, that's another title that just kind of been lost in the shuffle. Because again, when she's one of three, and she's not, when your champion's not even involved in the pinfall, you're not even building an angle or anything off it. What are we doing?
I got Willow getting the pin last week because they were setting her up for Jade. And I hope that Willow gets the biggest push on planet Earth because I think she's awesome. If you hear me every week, I love Willow Nightingale. She's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. She seems like she got good energy. I know I've seen a couple of her matches where, okay, a little clunky. We'll see where this goes. But I get confused at okay, they're pushing her, but you have all these. Oh, we got to win.
There we go.
It's over.
War Joe with the win.
War Joe. That's what we'll call him from now on, right?
That's what they've been calling him, War Joe.
War Joe.
That's actually their moniker. On their social medias, they say War Joe will be they're an actual tag team. And QT's getting the symphony. Here we go. 1.
QT's going to take a few.
He's going to take quite a few.
QT's going to take a few.
You think anybody will ever take as many as MJF did?
No.
I think he took 10.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe down the road when there's a point to prove again, but that 10 had every one of those power bombs meant something. And
yeah,
what the hell?
Embassy.
Yeah. Prince Nana. I don't care for Wardlow and Brian. I don't like Brian Cage.
See, I like Brian Cage as a performer.
Okay.
Because he's always been kind of like Wardlow with, he's big, but he's athletic, does some really cool spots. I've watched him at a couple indie shows. He's a lot of fun to watch.
I just felt like Cage was no matter what the match was, he kind of had that routine where it became get my shit in, win or lose, and then we'll go from there. And it's right?
Now, I am excited about this Gates of Agony tag team, Toliana and Khan.
Very much so.
Because Toliana is just an absolute animal. Oh, here we go. My boys, baby.
Top guys are in the house, folks. How you feeling, by the way? Ronnie Hood, getting some love. Victor's in the house. Look at you.
Top guys.
I like it. There we go. Anthony, welcome back to the show. Boss, I know we've ignored you a little bit, folks. Mr. M, QT deserves the symphony. I thought he was going to take 4 or 5. He only took 1. 2? 1.
I think he took 2, and then
Cage was the third one that got fucked up. Yeah. FTR. That's right. That's right. Listen, if anybody has a grievance with how they're being booked, it's this poor tag team. Everybody's such a big fan of them. Listen to the pop for them.
Dude, they're so good.
When was the last time they had a tag team defense on AEW?
Battle of the Belts.
That doesn't count. I was here live for that shit. Okay, ignore that one. That was a throwaway.
No, it's been, I think it was like May. I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, I'd like to see them have like a good angle, like a rival. Like that's kind of, you know, I talk a lot of times about the Usos where I think the Usos got underrated because they had a lot of the same rivals. They didn't have a whole lot of, you know, Joe, do you remember, you know, the heat they had? Nah, it was the New Day or.
No, I remember them facing the New Day and the Street Profits 17,000 times.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for them. But that's kind of what I want FTR. Like, I think it'd be great. And we got another 9, 8. Oh, look who's back.
Oh, look who's back.
You guys got Britt.
Sean Spears.
Well, he was down the road in Niagara, so.
Right.
He only half an hour away from the city core.
Uh-oh.
St. Catharines. Oh, wait.
Bye. Is he joining FTR?
He's a baby face?
What? Uh-oh. Pinnacle with no MJF. What's happening?
Right?
Yeah.
He replaced MJF with Joe.
That's funny, man.
I'm like, wait, I've seen this before.
I mean, this is, don't get me wrong, this is a faction I can get behind, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense other than being mostly the Pinnacle. Yeah. Old Pinnacle.
Spears looks like he's put on a bit of weight.
Yeah, he looks jacked, dude.
Yeah. Making babies. That's what that man's been doing. And from that fun stuff to this. Here on this channel.
I will say this. I love Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic.
Coke and Coke. We call them Coke and Diet Coke.
Yes.
Right? For obvious reasons. But to your point, yeah, over the top and great.
I love, God, Matt Menard is so good. I saw somebody say the other day he's Diet Randy Savage on the microphone.
Diet Randy Savage. Oh, no, that's too funny. He gives such good Anvil vibes for me.
Yeah.
Right? He just
Anvil. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Just chomp that gum. When it's your turn, yell a bunch of shit. We don't even care what it is. Just fucking yell.
Incoherent.
Yeah.
Ranting. Yeah.
And just mean whatever you say.
You see, all right, here we go. You see Danny Garcia coming in and costing Jericho the title? Or
that'd be a possibility. I mean, it would be really interesting. In Toronto, your first time there, you want to leave an impression. Danielson leaving with the ROH title. The only reason why I was hesitant to make that prediction earlier today was that it feels like Jericho, as much whether we love it or hate it, feels like his story is just beginning with this.
Right. So like he's going to go through a couple other ROH champions, I feel.
Right. Like if he loses now, then what? Like, okay, that was all for naught almost.
Yeah. Like why'd they take it off of Claudio to begin with?
Yeah.
There's my guy. Yeah. Whose house?
Right.
I love Swerve. He's another guy that's, you want to talk about just a down-to-earth, really awesome dude. I've met him once, which I'll actually be seeing him November 12th in Dayton at Sammy Callahan's promotion, Wrestling Revolver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That'll be a good one. We did a Wrestling Revolver live stream here because we're crazy, but we actually did a live reaction to one of their last pay-per-views.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, this next one's going to be awesome. They got, there they are.
The craziest thing in wrestling. Oh, did he pop a Trudeau joke?
Yes. Face looking blacker than Trudeau's. Oh my gosh.
And then he gets a pop from the crowd for pulling in Austin Matthews. Atta boy. Well done.
Hey.
One
dude,
of the most.
Everybody loves the Acclaimed.
That's it. That's all you can say. I mean, one of the most over things in all of it. Like, I mean, in all of wrestling, it is over as hell. And I never thought I'd be saying "Scissor Me Daddy" on a wrestling stream, but here we are.
Hey.
It's over as fuck.
I love that they did the DX reunion on Monday.
Yeah.
And all those guys look like they're about to freaking have aneurysms.
Yeah.
And Billy Gunn's out here like, hold on, let me rip your head off.
I'll celebrate DX for you guys. I'll be right back. Right. Like, yeah, no, he looks like $1 million. And I watched recently, I can't remember what I was watching, but Billy Gunn was in it, and I'm like, Billy's in better shape now, like,
yeah,
than 15 years ago. Like,
it's wild, man. I mean, Road Dogg looks like he's, you know, a couple snacks away from a heart attack. And
do you hear this fan chant?
I can't hear it.
Oh, scissor me, daddy.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I wanted so bad for that crowd on Monday to start a scissor me daddy.
I was shocked. I actually thought there would be one.
Oh, I thought that'd have been so good.
Right.
Oh, get him,
I did
Swerve.
like the comment by Graves that Billy's playing.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Like, all right.
That was good. I'm glad that I wanted them to do at least one reference, so that was good. I think the other guy's doing something with office supplies. I don't know.
I don't know. But what you were saying about Swerve, Swerve's excellent. Big fan of Swerve. I've liked his work when he signed with NXT. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool, and it had potential. Now we see Hit Row without him. We're like, okay, we need Swerve back, and him coming here. I mean, if you even listen to one of the interviews that Swerve's done, he comes off so genuine and so down to earth. A guy with his head screwed on really well. And,
he's smart,
super
man.
impressive. Yeah,
I mean. And you want to talk about, like, I saw him at a Warrior show, and we got to do, like, a meet and greet with him. Yeah. And, like, you know, he talked with me. Oh, my God, Billy. Don't do it.
I'm a nice man. Boom.
Bam, bam.
He faked it.
But he, like, took a picture with my daughter. Like, just super, super cool guy, you know. Ooh. That's what I love, how innovative his offense is, man.
No, he really innovative, athletic, great balance, the way he moves in the ring. But he understands the psychology of wrestling. That's what impresses me. And it's kind of why I wanted to see, and I hope we see a little more, but it doesn't look like it, with Lee and Swerve as a heel tag team. It worked really well.
Yep. Which I don't think we're getting away from that necessarily. I mean, this isn't like the end of that storyline, I don't think. I think this is Swerve going full heel, and then Lee kind of goes along with him type thing.
Yeah. Now, do you know of any reports or anything? Like, I mean, I know Lee has missed a couple episodes where we had Swerve and no Lee.
I haven't seen anything. I know the one, what was it? It was the one after Grand Slam when the hurricane was going on.
Yep. Oh, that's right. He's a Florida resident.
Daddy ass is on fire. You are correct.
Paul.
So when the hurricane thing was going on, Swerve was stuck in Florida. So that's why it was just Keith Lee there. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Like I subscribe to Fightful Select, so I usually get all my stuff from SRS, and which is, you know, pretty reliable.
Yep.
I don't follow a bunch of the wrestling like dirt sheets.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of them I feel like are clickbait.
Oh,
and he is by far the most reliable one I've ever found. So that's what I usually end up going with.
No, we do the same thing here. you know, again, you got to kind of sift through some of it, and some of them aren't even clickbait. Some of them are just like duh sentences, like,
right,
you know,
like
Moxley
that's an
wants to be
article,
champion
really?
forever. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Some of them are like that. That's an article that you wrote. Like you're
yeah,
calling that an article. It's
right. No, it's bad.
like,
Right now, I got picture in picture. Billy Gunn and Swerve. If you haven't made a prediction yet, get it in. Give us your Nick pick for this one. Who do you got, Big Rig?
I think I got Swerve in this one. I don't see Daddy Ass going over.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you.
Especially because I don't see the Acclaimed cheating to win. They're way too over. Which I doubt the crowd would really care, but
right. Well, they wouldn't. They kind of cheated to win the titles, right?
right, like nobody really gave a shit. But
no, they were just like, "Whoa, Daddy,
yeah.
let's go!"
Yeah, there was a huge pop when he cheated. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Swerve Strickland for the win. Daddy Ass for the win.
Which I still feel like they should have called an audible at All Out.
Yeah, I think they should have. And me and Nick on the streams have debated a little bit about they should have called an audible that night, but they didn't. Then when everybody was clamoring, like, "Oh, you fucked up, Tony. What did you do?"
Right.
I thought when you got to Arthur Ashe, you should have had as many false finishes as you could, and then found a way for the heels to steal it and not give them that moment. I thought, all right, just because everyone wants it now, don't just serve it up. And the second match wasn't nearly
as good.
Where you could have built towards full gear with them pacing.
And that dude, all those false finishes at All Out. I mean, that match stole the show, man.
It did, yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Surprisingly, like not a lot of people were like, "Oh, I can't wait for this one."
Right. Well, I'm a big fan of Bowens.
Yes. Yep.
Like just as a performer, like he is such a good worker. And then, you know, obviously Caster is too, but I think Bowens is, if I had to pick one, Bowens is the better of the two. But they just, man, their chemistry is just awesome, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And same with Swerve and Lee for just being a thrown together tag team. I mean, you want to talk about two guys that just went out there and made the best of a situation.
Yeah. And again, I think we talk about with Swerve. I know this is the same case with Lee. And I mean, even with the Acclaimed, they clearly have their heads on their shoulders because it's understanding. Okay, now here we are. And I mean, it's not like Caster kills it and then hands the mic to Bowens and he struggles.
Right.
You know, like Bowens is right in there and you know, has that exclamation point and it works. And then somehow Billy Gunn got involved and his kids got pushed out. Like, what the fuck?
He's just like, the only reason he's over is just because Bowens made up Scissor Me Daddy Ass. Like, that's it.
It's amazing.
Which it makes me happy because it's just,
do you see that? That is amazing. So Billy Gunn sets him up in like power bomb position, folks. If you're not watching it,
oh my gosh,
he signals like he's gonna do the suck it, waves no, and then goes into scissor mode.
Yes.
So from suck it to scissor me.
I love it. I love little things like that in wrestling, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you see all the time. The fans are like, "Oh, I can't believe they did that," or they reference this. Fucking do it. They're like your competition. Like, yeah, make little references, make little cool call outs. And even in that case where it wasn't really a competitive thing, but it was more of a nod to your buddies.
Right.
I think it's adorable. Like, it's not like Triple H.
It's not that.
He's like, fuck
I hate tribalism in wrestling.
Yeah,
I really do. One being better than the other. Like, that's what killed the Monday Night Wars was when he bought WCW, there was no more competition. And I think some people forget that. Like, I want this to go on forever. I want both companies to just keep up in the ante.
Yeah.
Give me 8 hours of great wrestling every week, please.
That's it. Like, I mean, when the WWE was sucking wind and Vince was just sending out the same show every week, you know, we talk about it and, you know, call a spade a spade. When Tony was the darling of wrestling and we all had that hope and, oh, shit. Well, we kind of knew that, but Swerve steals it.
Wow. God, his facial expressions are so good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's awesome.
Uh-oh.
I want Swerve to just go on a. Oh, he did it! Swerve,
right?
yeah.
And Swerve gives the suck it. You know what I love? The cameraman clipped away, and then when they came back, he did it again. You're like, oh,
again. Yeah, you want to give me? Go ahead.
Billy does look a little blown up. I thought that before he went for that power bomb, he took that real big deep breath.
Yeah,
but come on,
he's a little gassed. I mean, he's a big
Yeah.
hoss, man. He ain't in there for the long haul. Oh, here we go. Did he trademark it?
That's what I'm thinking. Did you guys scissor again? My brother is a diehard Toni Nese fan, so he's happy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, he's a good worker, but like, eh.
Yeah, kind of just lost in the shuffle. I mean,
he did it.
He did it. He totally fucking did it. Now what?
They're gonna do it anyway. Screw you, Mark Sterling.
Yeah. This is excellent.
I don't know where they're going with this, but I'm intrigued.
The trademark versus the titles at some point.
Right.
And I mean, I like Josh Woods, even though he's not there.
Oh my God.
Scissor me, daddy.
I love Josh Woods too. I think please stop being in a tag team with Toni Nese, but I don't. So yeah, what'd you think about this last week?
Did not make sense to me.
It didn't make a lick of sense to me, dude. Like, unless I love this though, Regal with the Nux.
Regal's awesome. That's what
Regal came out with the Nux. That made me so happy.
People were like, I can't believe MJF backed down. I'm like, it's Regal. You kind of do. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, based on what they've done with MJF for the last little while here, to me, it doesn't register as far as he's the devil. He is the epitome of evil. Why would he even have a split second of a moment of that at this point?
Unless it's just him playing that part, he'll just be, so when he does it again, everybody's like, yeah. And then he, you.
All right, so now he's giving Bibbins shit. I love Bibbins.
I do too. Carlton Bex.
See, they're trying to turn MJF babyface, which doesn't make sense.
I don't get it, man. No, because here's the thing. I've been fantasy booking this probably since Grand Slam, if not before.
Right.
I've fantasy booked. Not even fantasy. I think it's going to happen. I think he takes that title in Cincinnati next week.
Yes,
because
I was going to ask you that when we mentioned. Yeah, I think so,
and I think it's going to be so good.
Yes,
because he can hang his hat on. I beat your favorites in their hometown. He beat Punk twice in Chicago.
Yeah,
he'll beat Mox in Cincinnati, so he can just play into it,
Mm-hmm. But that's where, this little side thing with Yuta and having like I don't get it. I don't quite get it. But to your point, when you mentioned Cincinnati earlier, I was going to say, so what do you think is going to happen? I think it's perfect. Perfect.
Everybody's like, oh, he's going to wait till winter's coming in Long Island. No, He's going to have that thing way before and come into Long Island treated like a freaking king.
Amen. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Because, I mean, you know, the whole thing was all Mox was going to go on vacation, and he postponed it.
Yes.
Swerve to the Acclaimed.
Yeah. Right.
I love it.
I don't know where this is going, but they can't stop doing it. I mean, it's too over. Wait, what?
I didn't hear a whole lot of what he said, but
just he's going to win that championship. He's got the chip. He's the man. He's a generational talent. Again, it's got these baby face feels to it. And I just don't think that's what you want to do with this man at this point of his career.
You can't turn him babyface, dude.
And he'll be decent at it. Like, we've seen him work a crowd.
He would be a great babyface.
Right.
Yeah.
But not good for business.
But no, like, if he's going to take that off of Mox, he needs to be the biggest heel in this company.
Yeah. Be the biggest heel and have that big heel moment. Have that moment,
right.
Like you said. Screw him in his hometown. Nothing better.
Heist to this, have Heist of the Century 2.0 and steal, steal it in Cincinnati from the most over guy in the company. Like,
I agree with you. Folks, we are on a commercial. We are rolling through. We're almost at that 1 hour mark. I will thank everyone for being here. And of course, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We do this for all the shows. We will be back tomorrow. Another special guest interview. Let's Rumble. Our boy CJ is going to be back on the stream as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. Friday, I got a trick up my sleeve for Friday. Tune in. We got SmackDown and Rampage. We're going to see some more surprise faces. A lot. We talked about this the other day. We're just going to keep rotating people in. We're on all the time. So this is a nice opportunity to say hi to some new friends. And speaking of new friends, Big Rig, if you want to tell the world who you are, where you're from, what you doing.
What's going on, everybody? I am Eric Big Rig Maffey. Everybody just calls me Big Rig over there. But I'm part of the Dad World Order podcast. Me and Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin and the Bluegrass Bomber Brando. And we are three dads that just love wrestling and started talking about it. So we go live every Thursday and Sunday night, usually around 9 p.m. Eastern. Usually on Thursdays, we'll talk about Raw and Dynamite, any big news from the week, stuff like that. And then Sunday we'll do SmackDown, Rampage. And then if there's a pay-per-view on the weekend, we'll talk about that. So just three dads that like talking about wrestling, and it's been a really good time. We're enjoying it. We started, obviously talking with KJ and Big Nick here, and it's been a great time. We're having a ball with it.
That's awesome, man. And yeah, I know it was cool to have you part of the community. And I mean, something, CJ, myself, completely relate to the whole, dads that love wrestling. So
yeah,
that's it. But no, go check them out, folks. Give the Dad World Order some love. The dads are taking over. So go check them out. Go check out Big Rig. And, we got, like I said, on this channel, we're still rolling through lots of coverage coming your way. Stay tuned. Keep your little bell on. We don't know what we're covering this weekend yet. I haven't posted that, but we're here almost 7 days a week, almost every single week. Tune in, like, subscribe, join us. And like I said, go check out the DWO as well. But I'm back to the action, Big Rig.
I am as well.
John Moxley.
Yeah.
I love it. People bag on it. I like it.
I love it, dude. See, that's the thing. Where our seats are is a very possible route he could take to the ring. Nice. And I'm so excited about it. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm even a little bit close to him, I'm gonna melt. So,
right.
Because like where we're from, there's not that many people to really like be, it's not, like New York, Florida, they got tons of wrestlers. There's not that many people build from Cincinnati, Ohio, or, Northern Kentucky area, whatever you want to call it.
No, I get it. I mean, every time it was funny because every time we would have like a Canadian pop up, we're like, oh, he's Canadian. Like we do it on our sports channel too, right? It's like, oh, so and so's up to the plate, Canadian. Like, just remind you, we're just pumped because they're in the mix.
Yeah, like when he gave his promo last week against Hangman on the anniversary show.
Yeah.
And like he's talking about, I walk down Vine Street and go to the Heritage Bank Center. Like I know where all that is. Like I grew up going to, Bengals games, Reds games. So like that was just, for me, that was really cool.
That's amazing. All right. Thank you, Tony. I'll take it from here. Nice.
Yeah, Carlos, that's what I'm concerned about. I wouldn't say he is, but I'm concerned he's becoming that.
Yeah, he's like he's becoming like the Rey Mysterio of AEW, where like
I understand him, like his little thing he had with Garcia, like putting him over, that made sense.
Kind of. I wasn't convinced.
At the same time, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he should be facing Jericho tonight at all.
No. Here's my thing. I had, and a lot of people did. I'm not special by any stretch, dude. I thought Bryan, or I still do think he was, one of the best, if not the best wrestler in the world. And when he kind of first got to AEW, when he was being schmarmy and kind of had an attitude and where he was backhandedly insulting people, I was like, this guy is on just comfortable. Put him in the ring. He'll give you a Broadway. It'll be beautiful. And then it just kind of got away from that. And then initially with the Blackpool Combat Club, I was like, all right, coolest shit ever. Regal, Bryan. Awesome. And it just kind of muted everything.
Petered off.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I didn't love the fact that he lost twice to Garcia.
No.
That's tough.
Well, he didn't lose twice to Garcia. They only had 2 matches, right?
Didn't he lose twice?
No, he lost the first time because Hager grabbed his foot.
Yeah,
and that was Garcia. Shit. And then they had the 2 out of 3 falls match, and he beat him.
Oh, that's right. He eked that one out. I was mad
about. They're 1-1 right now.
That's right. They're 1-1. My bad.
Oh, here we go. Cowboy Shiznit. Is he just wearing straight up stars on his pants? Oh.
Those are aggressive pants.
Those are a choice, is what they are.
Those are a choice.
Oh, I love it though.
Yo, you gotta have some flair. You just gotta own it.
I don't need everybody to come out in a Speedo. Come out in some freaking tassels and stars, man. Get after it.
Listen, I'm okay in 2022 if wrestling gets away from the Speedo.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
Wrestle in jeans. That's fine.
Right? Some stretch pants, some jeans. Some guys get some shorts. I'm good. I'm okay with the Samoa Joes of the world.
Yeah. Put on some basketball shorts and go out there and get after it. Be an Angelo Dawkins.
There you go.
Just say it to my face.
There you go. Moxley, and it's on Tuesday next week, folks. Head to head
with NXT. How are you guys going to do that? You watching both?
That's what we do. We'll do 2 screens. Hey, on Friday, it was funny because we literally had SmackDown and Bound for Glory start together. And then Bound for Glory bled into Rampage. And then we got Battle of the Belts. So
that was a long day.
2-3 screens. Yeah, we're committed to the cause some days. Literally committed, I think.
What did you think about Bully Ray winning that Call Your Shot?
I was actually really surprised. And we always joke that, you kind of go, if you see a TBD come on screen, that might win whatever is about to happen. But I like it, though. I mean, Bully's a veteran. He's solid in the ring as far as, like, he doesn't have to do all the big stuff that he used to do. He knows how to play the game. He talks well. I'm okay with it. I just don't know what happens next. But if he was to be like Impact champion, have a little group around him, it might not be bad for business. I mean, Impact's going through a bit of an influx, right?
Right.
But I don't know. It could just be a nice win for Josh.
Look at Hangman getting fiery.
I like this. And they keep going to MJF sitting up top.
Just smirking.
I got a feeling. And you're gonna be there for that. That could be a moment and a half. I might have to bring you back the following week just to ask what the mood was like when the belt went.
Oh, dude, I absolutely. Yeah, what are you guys going to cover Wednesday next week?
Nothing. I'm going to take a night off. Fucking A. Woo! And if anybody goes in the chat right now with a suggestion of some wrestling that's on
right,
Wednesday,
some obscure indie, yeah.
Oh, no. I got, I don't even know what to do with myself. A night off. I might, read a book or put my feet up or probably not.
If they name anybody Harper in WWE, that's a bad move.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I was watching a video earlier today, and I didn't realize that they had trademarked Uncle Harper and Uncle Howie. The URL from the code on Monday was Howie /Howie. So people are connecting the dots. I think Uncle Harper, unless he's gone out and like said to Brody's wife, like, listen, we're gonna do this, and she was like, all right, go.
Yeah, I mean, if Manda's cool with it, all right.
Yeah.
But which I don't think Bray would let them do anything without. I mean, he really cared about him. So
no, absolutely. But a tag team, if that's potentially a tag team name of like Uncle Harper and Uncle Howie, I don't know how I'm feeling about it.
I don't either.
It's not a good start on paper, so I hope it's more to it. But I have no idea.
Hangman's throwing a tantrum, man.
He digging in. He getting some cheers, though.
I love it. Like, get after it. He was just wailing on himself.
MJF found himself some popcorn. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. I'm so excited for next week, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not the biggest advocate of Hangman Page. Like, especially, I liked Ring of Honor Page, Hangman Page, AEW Hangman Page. I can kind of live without. Some days I like him, some days I don't. This is at least piss and vinegar. It's energized, and he has an opportunity to put on another good match. And whether you like him or not, he's been in some really good matches. The sex bot is back. Fucker. Can't get rid of him. Uncle Harper might be a new puppet, potentially.
I think he's getting away from the Funhouse, man, personally.
We've had a debate about that quite a bit. And that was my thought. I agree with you.
I think that entrance was like the death of the Funhouse, but like also like how it went to the TV inside the Funhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as like an Inception thing.
Yeah,
like going further into his what do you call it? His mind prison or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the next further down the rabbit hole, essentially.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like
exactly. Yeah, further down
into the next level of Bray Wyatt. But
right.
No, I mean, I love the fact that we can sit around and literally have no clue what the fuck's about to happen.
Yeah, that's great. I love unpredictability in wrestling. I love it.
But no, a lot of people thought, okay, yeah, like next episode we'll start with an episode of the Firefly Funhouse. I don't think he's going back to that style, that, the nice guy with the demon. I think if anything else, he might have two separate.
Yeah, I agree. Look at this old ROH footage, man. I can't wait till they get a streaming deal so I can watch that freaking ROH library.
Yeah, how about that? Long overdue.
Which I think it'll end up happening because I know their TV deal's coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like to renew it or whatever. So I could very much see them, you know, hey, why don't we get on HBO Max or whatever? I don't know, you know.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea. I mean, I would love to kind of relive that library.
Dude, Carlos, he wailed on himself, dude. He did. He was not pulling punches.
Did you see him blink a few times at the end?
Oh yeah, he was like Bobby Cruz. Oh, he's out of the neck brace. Good.
They did take out the neck brace this week. All right, folks, we're at the top of the hour, so here goes the main event.
Wow. What's the main event tonight?
I thought this was it.
Right?
Are they going to go an hour?
No, the women's match hasn't even gone on yet.
No, that's true.
The women's tag
match. The last couple times, I mean, okay. Now Ring of Honor's moved into that spot because they've been using the 9 o'clock spot for some type of big match, some type of title match, something.
Right. Wow. Sports entertainers. I love it. Please tell me Regal's going to be on commentary. Flirt with Excalibur for me a little bit.
I like it, right?
You scrumptious caramel cheesecake.
So he's going back to the Lionheart again. See, this is where Jericho gets. Yeah, it's silly.
Like it's not like this is new. Like he's done this like his past 3-4 matches. He's been the Lionheart.
Yeah. Now just be Jericho again. We got it. For one night only, you were the Lionheart. You pulled
like
off
that was the thing at what was it, Quake by the Lake?
Yeah.
When Moxley was like, I want the Lionheart.
Yeah.
And then like I'm pretty sure All Out was Lionheart.
Yeah.
And then Grand Slam, like, okay, we get it, you're the Lionheart now. Toronto is Jericho.
No, it's not. Put that fucking sign down. Toronto is not Jericho. He's from Winnipeg, damn it. Yeah, you just made the whole country's on.
We got on our page we got little soundboard stuff and
right.
Mike will always do that anytime I say something against Jericho, he'll do one. It'll be like, you just made the list, or you sanctimonious son of a bitch.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. We enjoy ourselves over there. So yeah, youtube.com, Dad World Order Podcast.
There you go. Jericho for the win. This match coming on at 9 o'clock makes me think Jericho's going to win for sure. I don't know why.
Yeah. All hail the Ocho. Jeez.
Oh,
I will give Jericho this. The fact that he can get just about any freaking thing that comes out of his mouth over is insane.
I'll give him credit. I mean, there's not many people that have that kind of run on, just like you said, everything out of his mouth. You're like, wait, what was that? No, it's a hit. That's a hit. That's
a t-shirt. That's a sign. That's a, whatever.
Yeah. No, his brain definitely works well when it comes to kind of that creative side of what are people going to want to say? What are people going to want to chant?
Right. I think him and Matt Hardy are very similar in that regard. Matt Hardy's got, how many different things over.
Yeah.
Like some of them haven't worked, but like the delete thing, who would have thought that would have worked? People love it,
Oh my God. Yeah.
Broken Matt Hardy was one of the coolest things ever.
And at the time, it was like, one of the hottest things in the entire industry. And
right.
Then they re-signed with WWE and that went away. They're like, shit. It was good. Robert, we need proof of Jericho's wins. What did Robert say? I skipped Robert.
We need proof of Jericho's wins.
Oh, where it is. Mike Martin, welcome to the stream. How are you, buddy?
That's my buddy.
There you go. Discovery is high on AEW and its numbers. More non-wrestling content planned.
That's good.
Doesn't shock me.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool if they did, like how, I mean, it's hard to compare them with like WWE Network stuff, but like, they got what is it, like Table for Three and Broken Skull sessions and all, they got 1 million to do stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know they do like the AEW thing right now with RJ City, which is, to me, is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. San Antonio, Texas.
Where is it? I can't stand Hangman Page. I think he sucks and should quit wrestling.
Jeez.
Edward, I second that. All right, we got. Oh no, Victor thinks that was bold.
That is a bold statement.
I don't know if he should quit wrestling. He's never gotten over with me.
I got tired of him being a sad boy all the time. Like,
yeah,
you got over it. You won the title. Now let's do something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I felt it was unfortunate. I mean, again, especially because, a younger guy, a guy that you want to be the face of the company in the future. I felt like a lot of his Hurricane Rana, and Jericho's getting smoother at them. He's happy as can be right now.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, I just felt like his title run was a little lackluster. Him and Cole thing never really got off the ground in a good way. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of wrestling left, Edward. I don't think he's gonna have to quit. But
I will say this: his 2 matches with Danielson were awesome.
Yes, they really were.
Those were matches I didn't mind Danielson losing. Like, genuinely.
No. Yep.
I was okay with that. That was, he looked good in defeat, whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Well, I mean, he didn't even lose the first one. It went to a draw, but I thought those were great. And then it just, to me, that's like after he won the title is kind of when Punk started gaining momentum,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I think he had a couple decent matches in there. I just think, again, I think when you lack a kind of a story, that's us as fans where we're like,
I agree. Yeah.
No,
I don't just need bangers.
Right?
Yeah. I don't just need bangers. I need substance to the said banger.
I don't see Jericho losing, especially in Canada. I don't know. He's more American than Canadian at this point.
They had Punk lose to MJF in Chicago. That's
bold. Regal is on commentary. Yes, he is. Can't believe I hate Jericho. He needs to do the job. Yeah. My buddy Nick says Jericho is like actually he calls the Young Bucks it, but I'll steal it a bit. The Hulk Hogan of AEW, as far as like, no, brother. I'm not going under, brother. It's not going to work for me, brother.
I feel like that's the thing is he's so contradictory because there's times where he'll go under, like him losing to Eddie clean at Revolution made sense.
Yeah.
And then, not going to do that again.
No. He's like, you had your moment. Now I get my comeback and we all leave happy. We're like, that's not how it works.
Stop. It's 50-50. He does a lot of the 50-50 booking. And I'm like, you just need to, you're at a stage in your career. You don't need the world title anymore. You are there. I'm not saying he has to lose every match. No. But when you have a program with a young up-and-comer that you want to put over, you need to put him over.
Yes.
And not saying that Kingston's young, but you know what I mean? Like, Kingston had so much momentum, man.
He really did. No, I thought when that article came out and, knowing kind of Eddie's story even before then, you're like, this guy, when something's authentic, you can get behind it. You can just.
That's what I love
Eddie.
about him.
Yeah. Like, and doing like unique little things that you weren't used to seeing on TV anyway, like yelling at the camera guy, like, get off my apron. And like, holy shit, like, who is this guy?
Yeah. And like anytime he talks to Shivani, just being like, see, I'm you know, I'm mature. Yeah, just doing stuff like that. Like,
but yeah, I mean, I thought he was on. The fans were really behind him. Huge pops for him for a while there. And again, he gets out of that Jericho thing. He ties Jericho up and moves on to someone else better. On the next, rung on the ladder, great. And the fans start really buying into who he is.
yeah.
And then it just all went by the wayside. Then he pie-faced Sammy. Shit.
See, and oh my God, I was thinking of another Jericho pulling somebody down moment. Freaking Santana and Ortiz, man.
Yeah.
How long did that Inner Circle feud go on with Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page?
Yeah.
And there was no reason for it. None.
Didn't make any sense.
Those guys should have challenged for the tag titles like a year ago.
Oh my God. Santana Ortiz is one of my biggest disappointments. I'm a huge fan, and I really we get on here all the time and be like, come on, all right, they're gonna win this one, and then no. Then they're gonna win this one. No, or they're just
like Inner Circle was cool and it ran its course, and then Jericho was like, no, we gotta keep it going. Why? Whoa, shit.
What's the crowd chanting?
I can't hear
couldn't catch what the Canadians were yelling. Jericho for the win. Robert, we need proof. Oh, that's what.
Look at these elbows to the kidneys.
Robert said he'd shave his beard if Jericho wins. Jericho for the win. I got Jericho winning as well.
I'm going to be the minority then. I want Danielson.
I want Danielson. I just don't think Danielson.
I'm sorry. I should say I think it's Danielson. I think it's going to be a surprise win. I don't think it makes a lot of sense, but
like, oh shit, he did it, but it's little contradictory to the booking.
Yeah, Lance Storm. So he had his first match against.
Yeah. I'm from Winnipeg, Alberta, Canada. Wait, what? That's not in the same place. Hopefully Canada gets
the walls in.
Rampage. Well, they're filming Rampage tomorrow, I believe. Like, it's not on after this.
It's not a Friday. They're filming it Thursday. It's on Friday, but they're filming it Thursday. Correct.
Yeah, they're filming Thursday. So, and I mean, I haven't been to a whole lot of the marathon shows, but I think for the fans' sake and for the quality of the product and what you're trying to present, it's hard to just run 3 hours of different dark shows into your Dynamite, into your Rampage, and hope that Rampage has some type of feel to it. That's a tough sell some nights.
I mean, I've been to 3 AEW shows so far. I was at the Cincinnati one last year. I was at Beach Break in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the Columbus show this year.
Nice.
And I want to say it was the Columbus show. I think that was that one didn't have a Rampage. There was a live one that Friday. I think that was a Battle of the Belts Rampage.
Yes.
But the Cleveland one was the tough one because that was the Sammy Cody ladder match, which was awesome live. That was the lights out, Orange Cassidy, Adam Cole, Danhausen debut. So that Dynamite was awesome. And then Rampage was just like, man, we're exhausted,
Yeah.
But the one that I would say the energy was kept up all night was the Cincinnati one. And that was the first Dynamite after All Out.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was that Rampage was Pac Andrade the first time, which was freaking magic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then it was Brian Pillman Jr. against Max Caster in the main event.
Did you see an attitude adjustment?
He did something very similar.
Big paw for Jericho. Canadians are upsetting me right now. What's happening? Traitors.
The lion salt that takes 400 years for him to execute. Ooh, the flying knee from the top. Claudio versus Jericho too. Yeah, I could see that.
I didn't think Claudio should lose the belt. You just got him.
No, and that's the thing is if he goes back and has a second one with him and he wins it, is that just oh, we fucked up, my bad?
Circle back. Yeah, maybe.
Danielson with the knees.
Oh, Godbreaker.
The code breaker.
Ooh, we got two, folks. We're still rolling.
I don't know. This one's going. God, this one's already 20 minutes. Women ain't gonna have a whole lot of time,
right?
Unless that's the main event. Like, I don't know why.
I don't know why. Like, and sometimes I'm curious how we end up doing things with the ladies division because you don't put them in the best opportunities. Like if they follow this shit,
right? Like nobody's gonna give a fart, man. Oh, ref bump. Oh, come on, Paul.
Paul Turner in the wrong place.
It's a senior official. That's the other thing, man. Like, they have been making these officials just look so dumb.
Yeah. Look, I know a lot of people have talked about it, but if you could just make them like, I mean, we need an Earl Hebner, a guy that would like get in the face of this giant man, but you knew he was the authority of like, you knocked that off. And everyone was like, oh, sorry, Earl.
Well, and that's what Aubrey Edwards was for a while. But like lately she's been like, you know, and I know, but she's been missing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
But yeah, they need give the matches structure because you get a lot more out of especially your heels. Heels have a tough go when they don't have rules to break.
Uh-oh, here comes Danny Garcia. Not happening.
Not today. Not
getting Psycho knee. Knee plus.
I don't know. I feel like Danny hits Jericho. I mean,
knee plus. Yep. Oh
no! Yeah, here it comes. Oh, there it is! Shit, dude.
No!
He's down!
Wow. But then, like, what was the point?
He took the time to kick the belt out of the ring?
Wow.
Wow, the crowd was pretty flat on that count. Like, fuck.
Dude, they were all doing yes chants. Everybody wanted Danielson to win.
Yeah, the crowd was pretty flat on that 1, 2, 3. Like there was no like. I'm confused.
Why does Garcia like not look happy? Like you just decked him with the belt. Here comes the club.
Okay. Hey, do you find it funny? Like I noticed earlier. There's like a big 8-man melee going on. This is the thing. Like, are we going to get like AEW Survivor Series coming up? What's happening?
I don't know. I feel
like there's all these 8-man builds going on.
Right.
Oh wait, they came out to the ring and just walked by. Well,
I guess so. I thought they liked violence. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's a little odd. Overall,
Nyla with the TBS title because stealing titles are a thing. I've never liked that spot ever.
No. Like it matters, right? Like, no, what are we gonna do? Give my belt back, you idiot.
I mean, I could see Nyla being like a really good contest for Jay. Why is Anna Jay here?
I don't know what they've done to Anna Jay, by the way. Yawn. Yeah. Is it a heel turn? I don't know. It's a heel return. Oh, Christ. Speaking of moist, thank you, Boss Monster.
Shit, dude, we're see the heel turn. I don't know what's happening.
So Nyla is going to fight Anna Jay
for the title, or just
for
wrestling?
Fun? Yeah. Okay. So Rampage, Nyla Rose.
Why isn't Jade there to steal her title back? Or
yeah, why didn't that segment involve a big boot entering the screen and just taking off Nyla's head and going, all right, here we go.
No, that's mine. Yeah. I don't know. I've never liked the stolen anything spot.
No.
Epic babyface Run Garcia. Yeah, Mike, that shit.
Mike, that's funny.
All of 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. What do you even say to this shit? How to be your own worst enemy. Step 1. Like, yeah, I didn't love how that all played out. And again, as Mike pointed out, you just had heel Garcia. So to spend a couple weeks pretending to be nice, to go back to being heel, didn't you do that with Luchasaurus too? Right. Haven't we done that before? Like, pick a lane.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't. Toni, get your booking under control, please.
Right. This is, I think Victor's making reference to where we might be wanting to watch some wrestling later. As far as, the other channel's got some exciting shit going on, I suppose. It's been a bit of the talk of the town. Jericho is genius. Nice eye roll. Glad there was an eye roll on that emoji.
See, and here's my thing. I really really wasn't that enthralled with Raw Monday night.
I liked Raw. I did.
I mean, I'm not saying it was bad, but like it wasn't spectacular by any means. No. I mean, I personally don't like main events that are promos or celebrations or what have you. Like, please end in a match.
That's why you were going to be good friends. I would think the same way. No, you ended the main event spot going to some wedding or some shit. It bothers the fuck out of me every time.
Like, make that the top of the hour or something if that's what you want to do,
Well, considering what DX came out and did, I was a little disappointed as far as like you built this for the whole night. Right. You have marks like me on here, like, surmising like, oh, maybe Bray's gonna fuck them all up. And just to do that little shtick, they could have opened the show with the shtick.
Right.
But here we go. What do we know? Bum, bum, bum. All right, folks, we're coming back out of a commercial break. Got about 30 minutes left. I have a feeling the women are up next. That's a tough spot. That's a tough spot.
Yep.
The ladies. Here, take the shadow, would you?
And why are they in tag matches all the time? Why? There are no women's tag titles.
No, there's not. And to your point, you want to get the women's division over. You want to get the women's wrestling over. Let them wrestle. Ask everybody where everybody started talking about the revolution of women's wrestling. It was because matches. You had the Baileys and the Sashas and the Charlottes and the Beckys given matches. And as soon as people were like, oh, fuck, this match is excellent. We don't care, male, female, whatever.
Yeah.
Then everything else followed. But to keep throwing them in clunky, sloppy tag matches, not good.
I mean, that's what I hated about like the women's tag division in WWE before like before Sasha and Naomi had the titles. Like, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, like, just being this thrown together tag team. It was just like, why?
Yeah, what's the point?
It And like Shida, she can put on freaking epic matches, and I'm glad she's on TV, but like, why don't you have Toni Storm in a match with somebody and then Shida in a match with somebody?
I'm such a big fan of Toni Storm. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I am too. She's awesome. Dude, that for her and Deeb, that second rope pile driver. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. And listen, I like Shida. I think in the beginning of, you going back, and I mean, I particularly, you saw a lot of the, like the Rios of the world coming through, and I'm like, just let Shida go in and have really good matches. And she has. I'm not saying they all have been garbage, but that's it. I mean, you got Toni here. Toni versus Shida right now would be more entertaining than what we're about to get.
Right.
Hayter, I don't know what Toni's deal with flirting with turning is. Like, they're turning.
She should have turned it all out, man.
Why not? Pee break. They put it later in the show, hoping that you already caved and went.
Yep.
But I feel like they've completely kind of muffled all the noise that Britt was making for quite a while. And then she got a little stale. She gave up the belt, and they keep using her. They keep bringing her out. But again, it's a lot of the same shit.
She's just there because she's Britt Baker. Like, that's all it is. And I don't need to see her go after the title. Like, why don't you put Britt Baker in Cake Factory? Yeah.
The wagon is on the loose.
I don't put her, like right now we should have Toni in some kind of program with somebody building up to Full Gear. And then you could have Britt and Hayter program also leading up to Full Gear. There's your 2 women's matches on the card.
Yeah. Absolutely. Spot on by my estimation. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And Jamie Hayter, the pops that this lady's getting is crazy. Like,
everybody loves her.
But yeah, just build. Give us some build. Give us quality matches when it counts. Right? I mean, people, it's not nice to the ladies when it's pee break. And I'm not faulting Mike at all. I mean, it is legitimately okay. It's the pee break. He's right. They're talented athletes. They can do this. They can entertain us to the point where we don't want to go for a pee break, but you got to book it as such. Pitcher in pitcher. Yes, I got to.
That's like
Black Adam.
We had when we went to the Columbus show. I took my daughter, and it was that was the Thunder Rosa Toni Storm versus Britt and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
And that tag match was awesome. It went on in the first hour, and it was awesome. Please do more of that. Like, I don't understand. Toni just needs to delegate. Like, please.
Yeah.
You have people. You have Big Show. You got Mark Henry. You got William freaking Regal. Tony Schiavone. Jim Ross. Like, Madison Rayne. Like, you have Dustin Rhodes is great. I feel like great women's booker.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, please utilize these people.
Yeah, there's not a lack of experience or knowledge kicking around Toni. I personally think that Toni has so much fun being the booker and wants to be Booker of the Year and all that good stuff that he doesn't give a shit at the end of the day. And I mean, it's not that he's not trying. He's not at that like Vince McMahon, I don't care, just put him out there type of thing. It's very much like, I think this is awesome. Everybody will. And then not all the shit that we think of translates to everyone else in the world where they're like, that's great, Toni, but nobody cares.
And that's where Vince got into trouble is he, couldn't relinquish control. Like he had good ideas 20 years ago. And I'm not saying that Toni is Vince McMahon. He's not.
No,
like, he's obviously not.
No.
But if you don't, and I'm not saying that you have to have a room full of 20 writers writing your show, but that's right. Pac and Orange Cassidy tonight. Duh.
Damien. See, we get talking about it, and then we're like, what is the main event?
I totally forgot that was even on tonight, which I think it's a
OC.
It's a federal crime, the fact that Ethan Page is not challenging Pac for this title in Canada.
In Canada. And I'm not even sorry.
That was such a slam dunk.
Right? And Ethan Page, I've come to start liking Ethan Page. I think he's
him.
An untapped potential because he doesn't get a whole lot of time. But that whole thing with Sammy and Scorpio Sky, Ethan was stealing the spotlight, just being funny behind him. Like,
well, and that's what never made any sense to me with them was the fact, like, why do you have Dan Lambert talking for two of the best talkers in your business?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, put Dan Lambert with somebody who can't talk.
Right. Do you see I didn't realize the devil plushie with the chip?
Oh yeah, did you see that?
Did you see it's their version of the Lily doll.
Is it a plushie or is it a micro brawler?
Is it a micro brawler?
It's a micro brawler, yeah.
It's a micro brawler. It's even cuter.
Yeah. Oh,
That's adorable. I hadn't seen that
if they made that a plushie, that'd be hilarious.
That's what I thought originally. Like, they're going to the plushie would be amazing.
Yep, exactly, Carlos. That's what I'm saying. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, there's no excuse for it. We'll get there, Mike. We're already talking about the next match. Meteora.
I think Cassidy's taking the title tonight, by the way. I can't remember who asked what my prediction was for that.
Yeah, I saw that. I agree. Pac wins, but we'll get there. Guys, I haven't even seen predictions on this match. You guys already tell me who's winning the next match. Let's go, folks.
See, that's the thing. I don't know who to predict for this match because I don't know what the storyline is. Yeah, all I know is Britt and Jamie are bad and Shida and Toni are good. Like that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can go either way. It's really that 50-50 booking of like, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't very good. The stomp. Sorry, sir.
I hate the stomp. I hate it.
Okay.
I think it is one of the dumbest moves. I don't know. I guess it's just because I see so many people use it. It's
true.
Like Britt uses it. Chelsea uses it.
True.
Seth uses it.
I like that Seth uses it. I like that Britt uses it, to be honest. I think Britt Baker, with the whole DMD stick, using that as a setup to the mandible claw, essentially.
Yeah, like that. It makes sense. Like she's loosening up their jaw for the lockjaw. Okay.
Right? Yeah.
But I guess the biggest problem I got with it is like her and Chelsea Green are like best friends, and like if you put their matches side by side, I'd be like, oh, it's the same person.
Yeah.
And it's just it's annoying to me.
Shida kicks out. Oh. No. Shida bit her fingers. 2 count. There's Aubrey.
Ooh, Shida with a rough one. Shida can strike, man.
Mm-hmm. Storm with the ass attack.
Oh, what? Wow.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
So this is where this shit gets confusing. Ooh. Right? Because week to week, there's no kind of...
Like, I don't know where they go from here.
Shida just pinned Britt Baker.
Right.
Not Toni. That's 2 matches in a row Toni's been in that she had nothing to do with the finish. Wow. Storm with the ass attack. Wow. So, folks, if you're following along, Shida picks up the W. But why not give a Shida Toni? Let's go.
What?
But it was like, what was it, the other night that Willow Nightingale got the pin? And you're like, okay, I all for pushing Willow if you want to, but how did she get the W out of this collection of people?
And Butcher and the Blade, which they're underutilized as well.
Yes.
I love Shida. I think she's fantastic.
Yeah. Wow, the bot is coming hard tonight. Must be bored and lonely.
Holy shit, Allie's back on TV.
Found the White Rabbit. Oh, Bonnie, my bad.
Excuse me.
My bad.
All right, here we go. All Atlantic title.
It makes sense we will defend the All Atlantic title and not in the U.S. We're in Canada, so let's go. Dynamite tonight is trash. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't say trash. Like, there's some interesting booking decisions, but I think it's been a pretty good show so far. So here's the thing that I will give them a break on. I think they had big plans for this show, and then Brawl Out happened.
Yeah.
Like, Kenny, they would have had some crazy trios match going on. Kenny Omega coming out in Canada. So I think this is kind of oh crap, what do we do?
Yeah, no, I mean, I honestly think that a lot of this, obviously Brawl Out changes everything. Like
it did.
And even the Fallout, you give Death Triangle the trios belts, but then they're not really defended or used because clearly there was no plan for them to have the belts. So Tony's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Then you have obviously Punk was planning on doing something. I mean, I don't mind. I like kind of the angle between Paige and Moxley with MJF over shoulder.
Right.
It'd be funny if somehow MJF went to go for it and somehow screwed up and it allows Paige to walk away with the belt and take off.
Right. Yeah, that would be the ultimate swerve right there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, huh? What's going on?
John Moxley and Claudio versus Butcher and the Blade. Listen, Moxley wrestles a ton. I give this man a credit. Give him credit.
He does, man. He don't shy away from it.
Nope. Are you surprised that he went with the exclusively AEW? No more GCW, no more, I
don't think that was his call.
No.
I think with them signing him to that contract, like from what I heard, they didn't want him to do GCW. They didn't want him to do that match with Gage.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I have to see this through, which makes me just love him that much more.
Yeah.
But like GCW didn't have a say over the ending of that match, like nothing. But like, I get it. Like I've always liked that their people can go and do indie shows. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, like, your top people probably not.
Yeah.
No,
it's hard. Yeah, when you're the world champion, Big Rig, it's tough to. Okay, so you're like, I mean, if you want AEW to be up here, and so technically you're going down here. If you're not going down there and whooping ass, it's we got to sell our fans on that you're the top guy in the world.
Right.
It's a tough one.
All Atlantic Championship. I love Justin Roberts.
A lot of people bag on Justin Roberts. I don't know why. Yeah.
I think he's a good announcer.
Yeah, he's excellent.
And I'll tell you what, I think it seems like they're kind of grooming Dasha to be like his backup.
Yeah.
Which I think's really cool. I think she's pretty good.
I'm going to say this on the record, and I agree with you. Dasha's got she's coming, but I think Justin Roberts is excellent. I love when he digs in. However, I will say on the record, Jane is a fucking terrible entrance song. And I've said it several times.
Cassidy's?
Yeah, we got Cassidy coming out. Man, it's the main event, and there's no energy to this entrance. Which I get it. That's his shtick.
That's his thing, That's kind of
Jane's
I'm
such
cool
a bad
and calm
choice.
and collected.
I don't like it. His old entrance was better. At least when he had that initial sound, you were like, "Oh, here they come!"
Right
now, it's just like, "What? Who's this?" Oh.
Which apparently he used to use that song when he was on the Indies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's where Toni needs to look at his talent and go, "That's wonderful, but now you're on my show, and I want you to come out with something a little better than Jane."
Right.
Like I don't want.
I'll tell you what. Mikey freaking Ruckus, dude. That guy comes up with some awesome theme songs.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like, I like that some of their guys have, like just legitimate songs as their entrance. Like John having Wild Thing, like that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Mikey Ruckus, he did, Keith Lee's entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I know Swerve's cousin Will Washington did his.
Yep.
Which Will Washington is awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's, that's really cool. But not everything you don't have to buy the rights to every song for your entrances.
No, that makes sense. And like, I mean, if he had some indie song that, I could get behind, it just, to me, Jane as an entrance song is like an entrance to what?
Yeah, it's just it's just leaning into he doesn't care.
Yeah, it's too much.
Which this one, I feel like he's not going to do any of the BS because he's pissed off at Pac cheating.
Oh, maybe. I'm expecting a decent match actually over the next.
Oh, for sure. No, they're going at each other right now.
There you go. Arms swinging, folks. If you haven't made a prediction yet, do so. Get it in. I will remind everyone, I haven't even done a shout out to the t-shirts tonight. That's how much I'm enjoying the conversation with Mr. Big Rig here. But I will mention the t-shirts before we go home. We got Pac. We got Orange Cassidy. We are rolling through. We're almost down to the very end, the main event here tonight. Get your predictions in. Don't forget, we are back every day. We don't stop coming. We got lots of surprises for you. Lots of tricks up our sleeves. And of course, the usual crew that always kicking around in these parts. So like, subscribe, join the family, be a part of the shows. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. Don't be shy. It's the channel for fans, by fans. So, and once again, sir, thank you for being here. I'm going to say it probably 2 more times before we leave, but
hey, this has been an absolute blast, man. Usually man. I'm watching this show and, texting my guys, and we're talking all about it and stuff. So being able to, rap about this live, it's been a lot of fun. Oh, uh-oh.
Tope caught.
Oh, no. Oh, that hurts. Whew.
See, this is Pac. If Pac, I know he went through that stretch where he was in and out a lot and people didn't like it. But if you can get a run with Pac, he's so good.
Well, I think the biggest problem from what I've heard, he doesn't want to move to America.
No.
So that's why they were having a lot of trouble, well, we're not going to, you're just going to live out of hotels for a year. Like, but I've really been enjoying his run with this All Atlantic title. I know a lot of people have dogged on it, like, why do they need this title? This is dumb. I've enjoyed it, man. Yeah, I think it's great.
And again, if you can get your head behind what they're trying to accomplish with that particular title, and kind of like you said,
the ambassador belt.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So he goes off and you're trying to build your fan base by tapping into other fan bases. That's kind of what you do, and I got no qualms with it. Again, when you put them on TV, as long as it's good and quality, I completely support it.
And it makes sense to give it to Pac because, like, if he does live in the UK, like, yeah, he can go, wrestle indies in the UK and wherever, and present that stuff.
Yeah.
I think they should send him or whoever has it. Send him over to New Japan for a couple months. Have him defend it over there. And then you can show, those matches on Dark or whatever. I mean, I know that's what they did with the matches that he wrestled,
Yeah.
Let him go have a banger with freaking Okada or Jay White or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Anybody. But yeah, that's the thing. And oh shit, Pac is dragging OC up the ramp, and OC seems to be dead.
He is lifeless. Lifeless.
Lifeless is a good way to put it.
Very he's dead weight. He's sandbagging right now is what he's doing.
Oh, that's a deep possum. That's a deep possum.
Deep possum. I love it. Uh-oh.
Just dragging him up the ramp.
Tombstone on the ramp.
No, you're not allowed.
Oh!
I have a beef. I think the tombstone should be retired.
I do too. I agree.
If anything else, if you're going to use a tombstone, it ends a fucking match.
Yeah.
You don't hit a tombstone and go for another 5 minutes.
That is one of the most protected moves in all of wrestling history and lore.
Yeah. Oh. No. You don't hit a tombstone on the ramp and then Orange Cassidy gets back in the ring and picks up a win.
Was he trying to win by count out?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Orange Cassidy. He looked like he was dead prior to the tombstone.
Right. He's rolling down.
This man.
I love it.
This man. I can hear Jim Cornette's head explode as we speak.
He's having an aneurysm right now.
And that pocket starts rolling.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, I love it.
He took the time to fix his hair, though. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Good. Absolutely. 9. Oh, he's back in. Feet to 10 count.
That last sprint. Oh, brutalizer. Shit. Yeah. Anyone else feel like this is leading to an Orange Cassidy W?
It's gotta be, dude.
Feels like Pac is going big quick. So that's never good.
It's gotta be an OC win. Yeah, anything's better than a 24/7 title. Please never put that on my television ever again.
Wait, time out. Yes, I agree.
Was Nyla Rose holding the title in that graphic?
Yes. She's in the graphic with the title.
What it?
I don't get it either, bro. I don't know what's happening.
It's one of the things that bothers me in wrestling is the stealing. Look at it. Yeah, there you go. You just called it. We're getting Shida versus Toni next week. Women's World title.
Yeah, there we go. I'm good with that. Let's do that and let them go. Give them a good amount of time and let them go.
So I'm really excited. Oof. One of the best sellers on earth is the man they call Pac.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. Ooh,
Jesus.
2.99.
Oh, shit.
That was close.
Wow, Ethan Page is on Rampage.
Yeah. I agree.
What a sell on that out.
Dude, all of it. Like even the orange punch. He just does the sit down dead spot.
Just folds.
This is awesome.
There we go. Yeah.
Is this where the Leafs play?
No, this is where the baby Leafs play.
Oh, okay.
So this is down the road from the big house. I don't know if AEW could sell out. I mean, I imagine, but this is what about about 5,000-6,000 seater at most. So
right. But yeah, what I was gonna say earlier when we were talking about Ethan Page, beach break on the apron. Yeah, he actually is a super cool guy in person. I met him down in Lexington last month.
Walker OC.
No, Ethan Page.
Oh, okay.
Somebody put a thing about Ethan Page.
Oh, my bad.
And like he shot like a promo video with me and everything, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. We'll have to play that on our next show. It's pretty good. He gets mad at me because I tell he was like Big Rig because Brody Lee, and I was like, well, I'm actually a really big FTR fan, and he just like has the most disappointed look on his face. I was like, I can change it. I can change it. He's like, you should.
That's funny as hell.
So yeah, he was super cool.
Orange gets out of another.
Who's busted? Oh, is it Pac bleeding from the ear?
Yeah, it looks like the ear.
He's going for the ring. He's going for the hammer.
Yeah, but
there we go. Danhausen, let's go.
Yeah, it's official. It's official. Pac's ear is bleeding. Every week, someone ends up bleeding by accident on the show, at least once.
Right. Danhausen saves him from the hammer. I was going to say they had to have somebody.
And the ref just standing there like, oh, okay, there you go. Wait for his moment. Did you see that? The ref looked right at the camera like, it's not my turn yet.
He's got another one under the... Oh, my God.
Oh, wait a minute. What happened to that man's poor ear?
What? Bryce, you see it?
Oh, shit!
Uh-oh, is Orange going to snap? Don't do it, Orange. Come on.
He's like, shut up, ref. There's no rules in this company.
It looked like he was about to deck Remsburg with it there for a second.
Should have. Clunk.
Just random, absolutely no reason. OC. Oh, it's the Orange Punch. Can he cover him? He's standing there looking at the camera like an idiot.
Right?
Ooh, he hits him with a second one. It's over.
The sell job on that.
Dude, Pac's so good. OC, baby. New. So here's what I'm excited for is OC with a belt. I think that's going to be the funniest thing. Like he's going to carry it, like drag it down to the ring or like carry it in a backpack or something.
What can be broken can never be, but never held. I know the answer to this, JV.
Record.
Yeah, right. KJ, you do a pop show too right. Take that as a compliment. Thank you.
I think it's a question.
Is it a question?
Pop show.
And new, we're getting confetti.
How about it?
OC ending it off.
What, they're calling him the Pinnacle?
Shut the fuck up.
They're calling them the Pinnacle?
No, they're calling this. They're literally calling this team.
They're calling FTR and Sean Spears the Pinnacle. And they're going to be on Rampage.
Oh, that did not suck. All right.
No, I think OC is a good worker, man. I mean, Pac's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but OC can go when he needs to.
He can go when he needs to. I think at times he pushes his gimmick too far. Where there, we've talked about moments where if you go for a pinfall, you can be the cool guy, but you're not dumb, right? So to go for a pin with your hands in your pocket and you look like a fish, maybe back off at that point. Maybe go for some other type of lazy pin, but. Yeah. There are certain moments I think where he's too stuck in his gimmick. If you got a chance to win a ladder match, dude, win the ladder match. So there's those spots, but your new All-Atlantic champion, Orange Cassidy. Wow.
I dig it. So, like,
and then, dude,
mascot has
you
a
should be
belt.
here yelling about it right now.
Oh, Nick's not an OC fan, is he?
Not at all. And I tried to tell him.
Well, suck it, Nick. You're not here.
I was trying to sell him because going into the Osprey match, I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. But awesome. He went like, or OC can wrestle. He can put on a show.
Yep.
That got a little too clunky at the end for me. I think Toni gets too much in his head as far as like, okay, roll out for the hammer, but then there's another hammer, and then there's this. Like, you could have probably got to that conclusion faster, better, because I think sometimes all that extra stuff takes a little bit of steam out of the audience.
Right. And so, like, I was really upset with, like, last week, the fact that Pac used the hammer 2 matches in a row.
Yeah.
That bugged me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Why can't Death Triangle, who is an obvious babyface team? Well, first of all, Death Triangle shouldn't have won. I thought Dark Order should have won the trios belts from him. I thought that was a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been great. You're on a live Rampage. Just do it. You know what I mean? Him using the hammer in the second match would have made sense. He's wrestling 2 matches in a row. He's having a really hard-fought match with Trent. He goes for the hammer. Okay, I get that. But using it 2 in a row, like, if anything, the Lucha Bros should have been like, what the F, dude? Like, that's not – they're one of the most babyface teams on planet Earth. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and again, it's that where you say, like, the Lucha Bros are babyface, but are they? But they, Death Triangle's kind of heelish, but they're not, and they're over. Yeah. So you got to just – fine-tune some of the stuff that you have really good talent. It was a decent match. OC can wrestle. It's just putting it all together nicely and kind of, sanding it down so it's got a nice smooth finish.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on it anyway. But, I mean, and again, a guy like Pac doesn't really need to go to the hammer every single match. Time and place, you pick a point, right? But tonight, he went for the hammer, but then he had a secret hammer, like, I don't know about the secret hammer under the ring. Like,
it doesn't need to be a hammer. Just grab something from under the ring.
Yeah,
but
grab a wrench.
What, he went and placed a second ring hammer because he might have needed it? Like,
the premeditation is wonderful.
Yeah.
Facts. There you go. Whatever. Yes, the mascot, the man with his hands in his pocket, takes the W.
Watch indie shows.
What's up? As a casual fan who watch any shows, understand that these matches and what's going on, TK only cares about small percentage of the fans and too lazy to have quality story. I don't know if lazy is an accurate word, Carlos. But I agree with a lot of that.
He gets, and I feel like that's because he's got, like the Bucks in his ear and stuff like that. They love that, those little callbacks to a random, PWG show they had in 2015 or something. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're a hardcore fan, great, wonderful. But, like, at Revolution, like, when Punk did it too. He came out in his old ROH gear and ROH theme. And, like, I was not watching ROH then.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't remember that. Like, I had to look it up and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's, we don't need to get that niche. You know what I mean? Like, you can do little things, but a storyline should not revolve around.
No. And that's what it becomes. Like, you have your diehard fans and you do a little call out, right? It's like a band. Like, a band does a little thing. And if you're a diehard fan, you're like, oh, fuck, that was this. But the other fans, like, I like their music. I didn't know they were getting all deep like that. Fine.
Right.
And to your point, when it becomes the whole show is one big, like, kind of full
inside
of those
joke.
moments.
It's like an inside joke.
Yeah. In an industry where you're trying to get everybody in, you got to expand. You got to open up those walls. You kind of got to streamline it a little more. And I don't know. Lately, I mean, the last couple of weeks, we always take the fan votes. And by the way, folks, if you haven't done it yet, just throw in your rating out of 10. I only imagine my buddy Nick giving it a solid fucking nothing right now. I'm surprised he's not popping on being like, yo, I'll tell you what.
I will argue over him, OC being a man. I love OC. I think, obviously, not everybody gets his gimmick, but he can go. And
like I said, I think he can go. I don't. My opinion has always been this: is if you're over, if you're coming out and getting a reaction from the audience, then my opinion doesn't mean shit. Like as long as if you're getting that, it's when you're getting nothing and I'm still being force fed you, then I have a big issue.
Yep.
And OC he was over. Fans were loving him. So you push him in the right way, fans will get behind it. And there you go. Big title win for OC. Kind of felt it coming though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he probably should have had a title like a while ago.
Yeah.
And this was kind of their way to, hey, let's change it up a little bit. And
right. Well, at least it's something. Damien's given it a 7.5 out of 10 tonight. Victor goes 5 out of 10. 5 from Dale as well. 6 for Mike.
Since
9.
Wow.
Chris, you got 9 with no Bailey involved. Chris, how dare you? Big Rig, join us on Friday if you can. Look at that against
I will try. I have previous engagements that night, but I will.
We got things up, but we'll talk. Big Rig, this is not the last time.
I am happy to join. I am happy to join whenever I can. Obviously, where I can't join on a Thursday or Sunday, which there usually aren't shows on Thursdays or Sundays, so that kind of works out.
Yep.
But if there's ever a time I can join and you guys need me, I'm happy to come in.
That's perfect, man. No, we greatly appreciate it. And like I said, again, it's something that we started moving towards, and you know, just work with the community. And we've always been about family and positivity and about the wrestling. I know it sounds all kumbaya-y, but there's no reason for, you know, some of the wonderful IWC wars, as we call it. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all wrestling, and it brings a lot of us together from a lot of different places in the world. So it was awesome having you, and we will miss your Victor. Apparently Victor is becoming our resident booker. But I have a little bit of a surprise on Friday, so tune in for Friday and we'll see what's up. But
I will, if I will do my best to at least tune in to the chat for a little bit. And I'll give you some stuff. I'm going to give this, I would say, this was a solid 7 out of 10 episode for me.
7.
Yeah. So 6.5, 7. I don't know if we're doing halves, but
sorry, I did not to interrupt, but Victor popped me here where he said, Big Rig, do you do Impact shows? So Victor's a big Impact fan. Okay. Victor, stay tuned we'll talk to you about Impact. Again, we're up to stuff. He misses that. We used to do the Impact live stream, but we changed it up because of numbers.
Well, Victor, I'll give you this. If you, I don't know if you were a fan back in the day as well, but one of our local promotions here, the NWF, which we go to a lot of their shows, is one of the guys that runs it is Wildcat Chris Harris from America's Most Wanted. Nice. So that's pretty cool. Like just seeing him, you know, at like ringside and stuff. He's not really wrestling anymore. He did do a run-in spot the other night that was pretty awesome. Somebody tried to interfere in a match and he got in the ring and just started wailing on him. So, you know, that was pretty cool. We like to go to a lot of indie shows, which we will talk about on our shows. Nice. Even if, you know, you weren't at the show, they're fun to talk about. But yeah, mostly Thursdays is just talking about Raw, AEW, and Sunday is Rampage, SmackDown, and then if there's a pay-per-view, we'll do a special one for that. And then really any big like news that's actually worth talking about that's not like just a rumor. Like I get people sending me stuff all the time like, oh, did you see this, and that? And I'm like, well, where's your source?
Yeah, that's a quote. We joked about putting that on a T-shirt. Who's your source?
Literally, like I've seen so many other, you know, sites and whatever that are like, oh, speculation. Like I saw a thing last week that CM Punk's done with the company, and I'm like, who's your source? Yeah. Oh, it's just a rumor I heard, and I'm like, you're making this. It's a big clickbait thing, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of it. And I mean, I generally always had a policy of positive breeds positive. So I don't like shitting on other people's hustle, but there's a few people out there. There's one gentleman who he tells everybody how wonderful he is and how he broke all this news. And then half the shit he breaks is false. And Yeah, it's just fucking stop wasting our times.
Yeah. No,
You were staying
I'm here
7 out of
all.
10. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. I like it. If I have to choose, between all the matches were good. So that immediately makes it like a 6 out of 10 for me. And then there were a couple good storylines, and then there were some not so good ones. So I'm gonna go 7.
7's a solid number. Yeah, I'm not far off from you. I think I'll go 6 just because I think in my head when I break it down, I just knock points off the top instead of going from the bottom. And a couple things, I didn't love the ending of the match. The Daniel Garcia thing kind of threw me off. So I think 6.5. If you stretch it to a 7, probably. But yeah, it's been a few weeks of some lower scores. Like the Dynamite used to be the most entertaining night of the week.
Yeah,
Tony's got some work to do right now. So, yeah, you go 7, I go 6. A lot of the fans went everywhere in between, actually, 5 to 9.
Right.
Not good.
I mean, obviously, I'm probably going to be a little biased with next week because we'll actually be there. And
yeah, it's a 10 just to be in the presence.
It's going to be. I mean, we're 5 rows back from ringside.
That's amazing.
It's going to be awesome. So yeah, look for us next Tuesday on Dynamite. We'll be holding up our Dad World Order podcast signs. Nice. We even got one of our signs. We put a QR code on it because we're like, oh, that's over right now. So
nice. That's genius.
Hey, give credit to Mr. Magnificent for that one. That was all his idea.
No DMD chance tonight. I'm not surprised. Again, she's not kind of what she was. So, was Dynamite better than Monday Night Raw? Big Rig and KJ, kind of on par.
They were kind of similar. Like, matches were good. Like, if I had to give an edge to something, I would say Dynamite, just because we had. I thought that title change was better than the Raw one. I thought that whole segment was dumb, and I hated it.
It's how you get that's how you get somewhere really quick. It's just like, okay, go. And that's all that was quick moving.
And it was the only reason Brock's there is for the Saudi show. Like we know that's it. Yeah. So
that's the sad part.
But I mean, I didn't hate Raw. I thought it was, very I'm if I had to compare it to Raw this time last year, like obviously it's a million times better. I just personally, the bloodlines kind of played out for me. Like Sammy's the only reason I'm enjoying that right now.
I think it's all great.
So I don't know. I just think, and it's not Tripp's fault. I think Vince booked Trips into a corner with putting all the belts on Roman.
Yeah, he's got to work his way out of it. We were talking about that. I think you were in the chat. We were kind of going back and forth about what do you do now? Because like, how do you get the belt away from him without making him look weak? And
it's got to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Like somewhere. I don't know where, but it's got to happen. And I actually booked this on our show. I said, I think it would be kind of a cool story, and people may not agree with me. But if Roman loses one or both of the belts before Mania, and then Rock comes in and is like, you're losing your grip. You're not the tribal chief. I am.
Right.
And Roman's got to overcome and say, no, I am. And they have the big match at Mania. Maybe it changes Roman's character a little bit. I don't know. I think that could be cool.
It's not bad. And I don't think it's that far from where they are going with it. Right. So, but yeah, I mean, with Roman, you're kind of in the place of he's been dominant, and when he stops looking dominant, you got to make sure he doesn't slide too far out of that groove.
Right.
But I give a slight edge. I mean, I got a little bit of a Bray Wyatt bias, but a slight edge to Raw. And I mean, I rewatched that Sammy segment in the beginning twice.
Dude, Sammy's hilarious. I love Sammy.
Killing it, and just watching all the faces in the ring, like veterans, like Paul, who are like looking at just Roman like Jesus Christ,
breaking character. Yeah,
Uzi?
I love it.
Did
he say Uzi? Dude, I love he breaks because Solo wants to look like such a badass the entire time he's there. And I swear it's like Sammy's goal to make him break every time. I love it. Now, I like the story now where him and Jay, like that, I'm loving that. That's great. But before all this, like the summer of the bloodline, I guess you want to call it, I was over it. It was an Uso run in every time Roman had a match. It was just I'm over it.
Yeah.
But you're right, Dale. He said that in an interview with somebody today.
Yes, and people grabbed it and ran with it. We're like, oh my God, this means everything. I think it's cute. I thought it was cute.
I think it's Rock just trying to get people fired up,
Do it.
Which they're gonna do it. If they can do it, they're gonna, it's in Hollywood. It makes sense.
No, I completely agree. It makes complete sense. And I mean, it writes itself. Did the bloodline have to have all the belts to pull this off? Probably not, but we're kind of here now. So we're at that point now where we're getting the calendar turns and you're like, okay, is it too late to pull back from certain things? But to your point, a 2 out of 3 fall, something to even shift one of those belts away to again, because you're starting to build up all this talent and they have not a lot to fight for. Yes, there's more US title matches. Yes, there's more IC title matches, but we also want to see guys like Gunther and Lashley have runs, or we're going to get, a lot of title turnover just battling for that belt because we got a bit of a logjam here. So not a bad problem to have overall.
I would just like to see them, because that's one thing Vince was terrible at, was building people to face Roman. It was just, let's throw somebody at him, And I feel like Triple H will be a lot better at, building people.
Yeah, I got optimism that, some of the people that are in place and some of the focus on, I mean, we look at this week, the amount of overall in-ring wrestling we got was down from the previous couple weeks. So I'm good with that. You can have those episodes that kind of not the most exciting episodes, but a lot of it meant something and was leading somewhere. And then we'll see what next week brings. So
I mean,
I got optimism.
I think next week's going to be, especially with the fact that they're going head to head with NXT.
Yeah,
they got to bring it.
That's going to be interesting. I heard Bailey on that show.
So, I'll definitely be on, if not next week, the after Dynamite to give our review.
That might be good. I want Cody Rhodes as one of the Roman's belts. We'll hold on Cody. We'll see. I still think Cody's going to win the Rumble.
That's what I wanted at first. Like when Cross came back, like I wanted Cody to win one. And then I wanted when Cross came back, I'm like, oh, he's got to do it. But I don't know. I love carrying Cross. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But I don't know if Hot Shotting him, like Cody makes sense. Cody was the big defection, like put the belt on him. He's super over as a baby face. Cross taking it off Roman, it seems odd to me. Like him getting it next year sometime, maybe, But I think the other one, we got to remind ourselves there's still the Money in the Bank briefcase floating out there.
I still think that's an interesting storyline. And I mean, we've watched Triple H beat the Vince off of Austin Theory for a while now. I still have this feeling that Austin might lose that briefcase.
I think Gargano's taking that briefcase from him. Like I could see that being a Triple H middle finger to let Johnny take one of those belts and be like, this was my guy forever. The guy that they chanted Johnny freaking Wrestling.
And that's what I think, like taking the Money in the Bank off Theory, who was this handpicked McMahon guy, against the handpicked Triple H guy. And if you can build Johnny like you built Daniel Bryan and just have everybody dying for this underdog to win.
Gargano Mania, baby.
That's it, buddy. I don't disagree with that at all. But folks, we are going to head towards the door as we got more wrestling to cover for the rest of the week. I will remind everyone, we do have t-shirts. Go to Alt Wrestling, check out our tees. Of course, the What t-shirt in honor of Mr. What himself, Big Nick, who's very upset. He's probably still staring at his TV, wondering how Orange Cassidy won the title. Just staring, going, what? Poor guy. Or get yourself a Mr. Every Night. Or when you're done with everyone else's crap, you can tell them to cut the shit. In honor of our boy CJ. So thank you very much, and go check out Alt Wrestling Tees. The link is below as well. Beyond that, folks, I will remind everybody, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We do this all the goddamn time. We don't stop. You're going to see more faces on these screens. Stay tuned. We got lots in the works. And that's our buddy, our new friend, Big Rig from the DWO. Thank you for being here, sir. It was an absolute pleasure.
Dead World Order.
Go check them out. Go give them some love. Share the friendly community that is wrestling, folks.
Yeah.
We will be back tomorrow. Thank you. And until the next time, oh, I missed Nick's little preamble here. Until next time, we will see you on the flip side. Bye.